So that's a little bit about why I started, and I'm able to go to, every school function with my kids. We had the walkathon on Friday, and so it's just nice to be able to do what I need to do with my children and not have to go to school and teach. And I think sometimes, man, what would it be like if I had to get them all up and take them somewhere and, then go to my teaching job and, and with teaching, it's not over at 3:30. There's all the grading and the papers and the lesson planning and all that stuff. And so I'm just so thankful that I have been able to do this. And, so it's blessed our family a whole lot, and not to mention the 5 trips that I've earned in my 5 years. And so my husband appreciates those. And so we earned Punta Cana, Dominican Republic. I earned Disneyland, where I got to take all of my kids with me. That was really fun for them to pay for us to go to Disneyland. I earned, we went to Mexico. We went to Atlantis Paradise Island. That was really cool. And then we went to Mexico, and we earned Puerto Rico. I earned Puerto Rico back in May to go this coming May, but due to what has happened to Puerto Rico, I don't think we're going to be going there. They're trying to figure out where they're going to send us now. So that's a little bit about me. Shanna, let's start with you. If you want to tell us a little bit about yourself and kind of why you're starting and what you would like to get from Pampered Chef.
Okay. Well, I, like you, actually am a former teacher. I just quit teaching last year, and I was teaching high school.
Oh, wow.
But I didn't quit to stay home with my kids. My kids are, all in school now. I have 3 kids, 17, 14, and 6. So I have a senior, freshman, and first grade. But I just couldn't do the teaching anymore. It's not for me. Yeah. I couldn't deal with really the discipline.
How long were you in it?
I just did it for 3 years.
3 years, okay.
And I didn't like it. So I wanted to do Pampered Chef. I gone back to doing hair. So I'm
You're the one that I talked to, right? Were you the one that I messaged and gave Raven? Awesome. Yay. Yeah. So cool.
So yes. So I'm self-employed there. I just pay booth rent at the salon that I'm working at. And, I'm trying to build a clientele. So I'm really not making a substantial amount doing that right now. So I just love Pampered Chef. That's why I wanted him to come to our open house at the spa. And then when Raven came, and I was like, what?
Fell in love with Raven.
I'm like, what the heck? I mean, it can't hurt anything because, I like the product so much. It's not going to, hurt me just to give it a try. I am not a salesperson. I have a really hard time trying to sell things. But if I could sell something, it may be this, because I really believe in the products, and
let me tell you a little something. That is exactly true, because I just put a post, and Raven probably, I know we're not friends yet, but I'll friend you on Facebook. But I just got back from executive seminar in Chicago, and I was there for 3 days. And when I came back, I did a post about that, because when I started, that was the biggest thing that held me back, because I took 3 weeks to go, okay, yeah, I guess I'll give this a try, because I am a kind of personality that if I decide to do something, I'm jumping in and I'm going to do it. And it scared me huge, because I was like, I don't know how to sell. How am I going to get bookings? I don't know how, I'm going to make all this happen, until my husband said, either do it or stop talking to me about it. So I said, okay, I'm going to do it. But that is the biggest thing that I struggled with, is I've never sold anything, and I don't know how to sell anything, And so that's the nice thing about Pampered Chef, is that everyone eats. Everyone, needs food, and everyone loves our product. And so you're right. If there's anything that you could sell, I think that, Pampered Chef is an amazing, amazing product, and everyone knows about it. So that's awesome. That's definitely awesome.
So, and I do hope to earn, a little extra income for my family, and earning trips would be awesome. But Raven has been awesome. Like, she just is giving me that extra nudge. She's like, okay, come on, you can do this. We'll get you a party set up. And I'm like, okay, I don't know what to do, but I'm going to figure it out. And that's why I'm like, today is really the first day that I felt like I have time to sit down and watch some of the videos and get everything together because I have actually been busy at the spa.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's awesome. Very cool. If you were to put a number of, I would like to earn this much income, how much would you like to earn with Pampered Chef?
Well, even I'm kind of like you. I mean, even an extra $500 a month would be
Right.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be a huge amount. So even just a little bit, $1,000 would be wonderful.
Wonderful. Yeah. By 1 year with Pampered Chef, I was making over $2,000. I had replaced my teaching salary in a year. So, yeah.
That's amazing. Yeah.
All right. I know I
can replace that.
Yeah.
And do better than that.
Right. Oh, you can, girl. I'm telling you, there is no limit to what you can do in this business. Absolutely no limit. So that's what's nice too, is that you figure out what you want, and we can make a plan and we can help you get there. So, because it's amazing. It really, really is. All right. I know I can't see you, but can you hear us still?
Yes.
All right. Your turn.
Okay. I am a stay-at-home mom to an 18-month-old, and we just found out that like a few months ago that we're having another one. Actually, just found out it was a girl on Wednesday.
Aww.
So I'll have one of each. But we've kind of, since I've been a stay-at-home mom, we've kind of started struggling a little bit.
Uh-huh.
So I'm hoping to earn a little bit of extra income. Even just, $500 a month or whatever would pay for my car and a couple other things. So
absolutely.
I also am not really a good salesperson. I kind of talked about it for a little while with my husband before I made the decision to join because I'm not a good salesperson. I'm not good at selling.
Girl, I would say probably the majority of people in Pampered Chef are not salespeople. They're not, they don't start out because they're like, oh man, I just love to sell. I think I'm going to sell Pampered Chef. Most of them don't have a sales background. So a lot of people are teachers. It's kind of funny how many teachers actually start Pampered Chef. But a lot of people don't have sales. And that is what I love about it is, and I tell my team this all the time, and Raven can tell you, when I am posting stuff on Facebook and I am reaching out to people, I am talking about just the meals that I make in my house, what I'm making for dinner. I take pictures of that. I show pictures of my kids cooking with me. Your little 18-month-old, just showing, how to hit, do the menu. When mine was 2, I had bananas in the manual food processor, and he was pushing it up and down, chopping up the bananas. So, anything that you're just doing anyways, take pictures of it and post it, because honestly, I get the most feedback from pictures like that than, hey, guess what our special is next month? It's a great one. Because when you make them fall in love with the product, you're like, oh, that looks awesome that they're making. That looks so easy. I think I'm going to need that tool. Then they're like, ooh, how much is that? Well, then I can have, the opportunity to personally message them and say, if you want this, you could always get it, for free by hosting a party. I book so many parties just by taking pictures of what I eat for dinner, And so that's nice. That is a nice thing about Pampered Chef, is that because it does involve around food, you can just kind of fit it into what you're doing anyways. So I think you're going to find that, especially since, you guys both started at a great time, because it's the fall. Christmas is going to be coming soon. People just want to buy Christmas presents, but aside from the show stuff, and people want to have shows because Christmas is coming up. So you guys are both starting on a really, really great time. So, about around $500 for both of you kind of sounds, like what you would like to start making from the start. I want to talk to you a little bit about our new consultant rewards, okay? Because we do have rewards as new consultants. And I was looking up here. Do both of you know what your 30-day mark is? Either
No, I haven't gone over that with them, so they probably don't.
Okay, so the 30 days. Now it's not 30 days from the day that you signed up. Okay, they do it a little bit different. I'm going to go on here and I'm going to find both of you. I'm going to tell you your 30-day and your 90-day mark because those are really important, both of these. So, okay. All right, so Rachel.
Yes.
Your 30-day mark, you guys are exactly the same, actually. I think you guys signed up. Did they sign up the exact same day? I think they did, didn't they?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yes.
Okay, so Rachel and Shanna, yours are both November 6th is your 30-day. And your 90-day is January 4th. Okay, so if you guys will write those 2 dates down, November 6th, 30-day, and January 4th, 90-day. Because that's going to make a difference with what I'm getting ready to talk to you about. Okay? All right, so with the rewards, the way that the 90-day rewards work is that, first of all, you guys signed up. You signed up before? Yes, you both signed up before the end. So you signed up the very end of last month. Okay, so you guys are going to be getting, the knife block with a couple of knives. Did you guys see that promotion?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how we earn that promotion? This is really important. How we earn that promotion is by getting $12.50 by your 30-day mark. Okay, so that's why that 30-day mark is important. So we need $12.50 in sales by your 30-day mark. Now, I remember 5 years ago when they told me because I actually signed up on the same rebate that was this month to get half of your kit price back, which actually, in all honesty, if you look at the numbers, your guys' is a better price than this one, because think about getting half the price of the kit back is going to be like $50, where your knife block and your 2 knives set is worth way more than that. I mean, it's still a really good special this month, but like if you wrote down the actual worth of it, your guys' was actually worth more as far as price. So I remember though looking at that and thinking, okay, I need to earn half this price of this kit back. $12.50 seems like such a big number. I looked at $12.50 and I thought, how am I going to sell $12.50 in 30 days? And so I did my own party first. Okay, I don't know. Have either of you hosted your own party first? Have you?
They have not.
Okay, so you guys haven't hosted a party yet.
Yeah.
They've hosted under me, but they have not.
They both hosted
done.
for you?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so let me ask you this first. Do you both have, when it comes to types of parties, virtual, cooking, what would you guys prefer to do? Or maybe a combination of both? What would you guys prefer to do?
I like the virtual just because it seems maybe easier, not quite as, but I also would like to do hosting a party too, just for, like you said, just for the interaction and to get, it's always fun to get together with people and eat.
Right, exactly. What about you, Rachel?
I will probably do pretty much only virtual.
Because you are pregnant and
I have an 18-month-old and my husband works, so it might be kind of hard to get together. And
what do you both think? Because what I did, the very first thing is, first of all, where do you guys live at?
I live in Edna, Kansas.
Okay, Edna, Kansas. And Shanna, you are in
Skytook.
Okay. So I'm in Collinsville. So are you going to come to our meeting today, Shanna?
I'm not sure if I'll be back. I have a birthday party at Sky Zone this afternoon for my little one. She's got a birthday party too. So I don't know if we'll be back yet. And I didn't really have a Halloween costume prepared for the party.
Don't worry. You know what I think I'm going to be? I'm going to slap on my apron and I'm a Pampered Chef consultant. Yeah. So if you want to be a Pampered Chef consultant with me, You can. Don't worry about the costume. Don't not come because of the costume. Trust me. We'll have fun.
You
and
need to
we're
be
gonna,
there if at all possible.
yeah.
Okay. Well, I need to meet with Raven to give her order. So
See, there you go. It gives you a reason to meet with Raven. So we have a lot of fun. How far is where you live in Kansas, Rachel, from us?
I don't know where Collinsville is, but at the moment I am in Washington visiting my sister and her kids.
So you wouldn't drive from Washington to come see us? Well, that's fun. Well, thank you for taking time for this call when you're there. I appreciate that.
Oh, you're welcome.
So the monthly meetings, they're a lot of fun. We have a good time. We're going to eat a lot of food. And we're going to talk tonight about last month I kind of did like the opening of a cooking show. They watched me kind of do what I do at the opening. This evening I'm going to talk about what I do towards the end. How do I talk about recruiting at my shows? How do I talk about bookings? You know, all that kind of stuff. And that can go for cooking or virtual, you know, either one, because I'm definitely doing more videos of myself and going live and saying, hey, I just want to offer, you know, this opportunity, and showing them what I do even at my cooking shows, doing it the same way, you know. So I'm going to be doing that tonight, and I'm going to be talking some about the power of one, what difference one show can do, one order can do, stuff like that. So it'll be a good training tonight if you guys can make it, or if Shanna can make it. I know, Rachel, you're not going to be able to make it.
Hospital isn't too far for me. I don't have that excuse that I can't drive there.
She's like, I'm in Washington. So 30 day, 90 days. So once you hit that 1250 in your 30 days, they send you that knife block. But not only that, they send you $100 in PC bucks. Okay, so basically that's kind of like a gift card that they're giving you, and you can use that for products, you can use that for catalogs, whatever you want to use it for, you can. Okay, so on your PC account, if you click on PC, it says, you know, see total, and you go on there and it'll show you, you know, how many PC bucks. So then when you go to place an order, it will say you have this much PC bucks, would you like to use them? And then you just put in how much you'd like to use. And then you don't even have to put any of your card information or anything like that, okay? And you can still get your discount on top of using the PC bucks. So right now you guys get 20% off. So if there's some, and also you get any of the new products that come out, fall and spring, you get one at 50% off. So if you're like, oh, I really wanted that fluted pan, well, you can get it at 50% off. You know, you can get one of them, or that mini fluted pan, or whatever it is that you would like, you can go and get one of that, and then you can use your PC bucks to pay for it. So it's kind of a good deal, you know, any new products, plus they let us earn the new products. We just got done earning them. So when the new products come out in the spring, and I will tell you, I got to see the new products. Being an executive, they let us go see them. We've got some amazing stuff heading our way for the spring. And so you guys will get to start earning that. They give you a couple months usually to earn those products. And so it's a pretty cool thing that you can earn this stuff and not have to pay for it at all. So that's what I love about Pampered Chef too, is that they don't want you spending your own money. They give us every opportunity to just start making money versus spending it. Because I hear from so many people, oh, I just put so much money into that business. I didn't ever really earn back, you know, what I put into it. That is not their goal. They really want you guys to start making money right away versus spending it, okay? So that's why they give you the PC bucks. So you get that $100 PC bucks. Not only do you get it the first time, but you get it every single time you hit 1250 in your 90 days, you get 100 PC bucks. So I think I got something like $800 in PC bucks when I very first started. You know, because I kind of look at the first 3 months of your business, these first 90 days, as like an airplane taking off, okay? So you're right now, you're going and you're going and you're going and you're climbing, okay? So the most that you can do in your 90 days is going to set you up for the rest of your business. And then you can say, okay, I feel comfortable, you know, doing this many shows. This is what I kind of would like to do. And then you can do that. But I think, you know, since you're earning all these rewards right now, why not do as much as you can at the beginning, you know, and then you can kind of figure out what you're comfortable with, and then, you know, then go from there, then coast from there. But So with the every $12.50 you sell the 100 PC bucks, that really helps with your guys', just the different products that you'd like to have in your house. Because you can use, anything from your kit, anything that you buy, use it in your house. That's how we learn about the product, is using it to make dinner, using that ceramic egg cooker to make breakfast in the morning, whatever it is. That's how I can talk about it, because I'm not a salesperson. That's how I talk about these products, because I use them personally in my kitchen. I fall in love with them. That, the mix and chop, I can say, is life-changing because it grounds up your hamburger and sausage so fine. The Rock Crock I use 4 to 5 times a week in my house, and I can tell people honestly, this has helped us so much, because I can make meals in 15 minutes in the microwave and dinner can be done when we're so busy in the evenings with stuff. So that's how I talk about the products, is I just use them. And so I would urge you guys, if there's any products that you're wanting or whatever's in your kit, just play with it. If you haven't done it yet, take a video of you opening up your kit and showing the products, or just take some pictures and say, look what I got today. This is, you don't have to say today because you guys already probably got your kit, but look what I got. I've started Pampered Chef. I'm, super excited. That's a great way to kind of show that you guys, started Pampered Chef, is just to take pictures of, the new products, or look what this came in my kit. When I started, I love this manual food processor. I used it to chop up whatever, so that's what makes it easier, is that you're just using it in your kitchen to make your meals and stuff. So keep in mind, every time you hit $12.50, you're going to get $100 in PC bucks. Okay. So I will tell you this, because no one really told me this much from the beginning. But you can have anything you want in this business with 8 shows a month and a recruit. Anything. Trips, rewards, money, anything. And I, from the beginning, always tried to have, I didn't start out necessarily having 8, but I started out kind of having 4 to 6, and then I kind of built to 8. Okay. So with 8 shows a month, and I do that in cooking shows alone typically, so I leave my house 2 times a week. Then I think about, okay, if I do 7 cooking shows, how much did I leave my house when I was teaching? Okay, I leave my house 7 times a month. And Shannon, if you come tonight, you're going to see how I talk about how I left my house 7 times a month and what I made, was able to make, doing that. And so, and Rachel, we will do it Facebook Live. So even if you can't be on it at 5 o'clock, if you want to go back and watch it later, we do our, and that will be on our Team Hot Shop page. And so you can go back. You can go back and watch it since you are out of town, if you want to see kind of what we're doing and see all the crazy costumes. You can come back and watch it. So Raven's already got her plan. I can tell. So if you, that's what we're going to talk about here, is getting your calendar booked. Okay. Now I just one of the first purchases I bought, people always say, okay, what do you spend your money on with Pampered Chef? Like what, besides the kit, what am I going to be looking at spending money on? Okay. So calendar is going to be, if you don't have a good calendar, and I am a pencil paper person. I've tried Google Calendar. I have tried to do it electronic. I just like to see it in my hands, see it. So it works for me. So if you guys, I know that Rachel can't see this, but if on my calendar, I have look at this craziness. I have these sticky notes. Okay. The sticky notes are when I have shows. So that way, if this person says, that day's just not going to end up working for me, I can pick this up and I can move it wherever I want. Okay. So when it comes to your guys' calendar, the first thing that you should do is you should look at your calendar and you need to write down all your family stuff. Okay. Because that's the most important. That's, what needs to go in there first is you need to figure out, when the soccer games are and, whatever. My kids are in gymnastics and ballet and soccer, and I teach church on Wednesday nights. We have life group on Monday nights. We are crazy. Okay. So right at that fall break is coming up this month, so have all that stuff on there first. And then I write down, okay, when do I want to do my shows around that? Now, cooking shows, I typically do them on Tuesdays and Thursdays and Fridays. I have found I do have one on Saturday, but I typically do them during the week because I like to have my weekends off with my family. Now, if someone says the only time I can do it, like what this girl said, my weeks are so busy, I can't do a weeknight. Can we do a weekend? Sure. Here's the couple that I will, that I would be willing to do. And so, but Tuesdays and Thursday parties are typically my highest in sales. And I usually have the best attendance on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So that's when I like to do them. So getting your calendar figured out, okay, when can I do cooking shows? And if you're doing mainly virtual, then you're looking at maybe 2 start dates. Okay, when am I going to start my parties? Okay. We've been doing them. We're still, we've been doing these a year and we're still trying to figure out the best way to do them, just to be honest with you. So I have been starting them on a Thursday. Raven, when do you start yours on? When have you been doing yours?
Usually I start mine on Mondays.
See, and I think that's what I'm going to go back to. Some research has shown that Mondays and Tuesdays are the least likely for people to get on Facebook and the least likely for them to check into parties. Okay. So if you start your parties on and do the pre-posts on Monday and Tuesday, it's just the pre-post, okay? The most likely that they are on Facebook is Thursday, Friday, Saturday, okay? Thursday being the highest day. The highest day is Thursday around 4 o'clock and into the evening is the highest time for people to be on Facebook during the week, okay? So if you do pre-post on Monday and Tuesday and start your party on Wednesday, we're looking at just doing Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So 4 days of posting, 5 days is a wrap up. Sunday's a wrap up. So basically you're going Monday to Sunday, basically a week. And that way, we used to do 10-day parties, guys, where they would go for 2 weeks and we would do 2 sets a month. And literally you were running and doing posts for all month because we would start some, finish some, start the next ones. Okay. So this is a much better way. And we have found out that people, you don't need that long. You do not need 2 weeks to run a party. You don't. Okay. So with the starting Monday, ending Sunday, Sunday's the wrap up, then you can look at your calendar and say, okay, I'm going to be starting my parties on the 9th and the 23rd. Okay. Because that's when I'm doing my parties this month. That gives you 2 weeks. And you can tell people, hey, I'm starting these parties. Does the 9th or the 23rd work better for you? Okay. So you can go ahead and give them those 2 options. Right away with whatever dates works best for you. Okay. So since the 9th is tomorrow, if you want to say, the 16th and the 23rd, or if you just want to start some on the 23rd, whatever is works best for you. Now, if I was doing a cooking show and I say to someone and they're trying to figure out, I'm talking to them about bookings, I will say to them, do weeknights or weekends work better for you? Instead of saying, why don't you look at your calendar and get back with me on a date? Because I will tell you what happens. They won't. Oh, yeah, I need to look at that. Oh, I can't figure out. I'm just so busy. I'm trying to figure out the date. I'll let you know when that is. Okay, so if from the very start you say to them, do weeknights or weekends work better for you? If they say weekends, okay, does Saturday or Sunday typically work best for you? You're automatically, figuring it out from the beginning, what works the best, and they're looking at their calendar. Okay, the next Saturday that I have open is the 14th. Would that work for you? Okay, you're giving them that date option. Okay, you're not giving them the option just to go figure it out. Okay, if that makes sense. So, so your calendar can be your biggest tool as far as figuring out what days parties are going to work for you. Okay, so that's going to be your kind of the first step as far as getting your calendar ready. Now, what I want you to do, if you have a piece of paper, is I want you to write the acronym FRANKS, like the hot dog. Okay, so FRANKS. Okay, so what we're going to do with this Franks list is it just basically is going to help you brainstorm. Now, since both of you are wanting to do virtual, I will tell you it is a lot easier to just go through your Facebook, and look that way too. But this is going to give you intention on to start thinking about people, about booking parties, okay? So the F in Frank stands for friends. Okay, so that's your friend. I would like for you to think of 3 friends that you think would like to have a party for you. And you don't have to do it right this second, okay? If you need some time to brainstorm throughout the day, okay? You can do that. But the friends, since it is, you can do virtually, you can do, they can live anywhere, you know? So it doesn't have to necessarily be your local friends. Now, it can be your local friends as well. Okay, the R stands for relatives. Relatives. So if you have relatives close, or if you have, well, obviously you have a sister in Washington. So you have relatives that live far away. Okay, they can do shows virtually for you. Okay, so that's relatives. A is associates. So now I know, Rachel, you're not currently working, okay, but maybe it was some people you used to work with. You know, the people that I started out with were the teachers that I worked with, that I used to work with. That's where I started, because that was my last job. Okay, so a couple of them held parties for me, and that really helped. Okay, so associates. N is neighbors. Okay, and I always say, if you don't know your neighbors, now's a great time to get to know them. Okay, when I very first started, I did my own show in my own house, just kind of as an introductory show. And Shanna, since you live close to me, I am more than willing, you know, if you pick a date and want to do one, I can come over and help you with it. Okay, since I live pretty close to you. But I just had some people over. I mean, and we had fun. You know, I showed them, you know, some of the products. We could do a wine, cheese, and chocolate tasting. You know, we can do fajita margaritas. You know, whatever theme party you want to do, we can do it and have, you know, people over. And it's a great way just to show a catalog and show some products. Okay, because even if you want to do virtual, because you can definitely book virtual from cooking, and you can book cooking from virtual. I've booked cooking shows just from virtual parties too. You know, so you can book them if you are more interested in virtual, then that's the type of party you can tell them that you're doing. So whatever you feel comfortable with. I will tell you, people that are having a lot of success are kind of doing both. And I think that just is because obviously gets you out there more. You know, the more that you're doing anything different ways, the more you're going to have, you know, bookings and people joining your team and stuff like that. So neighbors, I had my own show. I had about 9 people or so show up to it. A couple of those were my neighbors. I didn't know them very well, but I thought, heck, people like to eat. Why not invite people that like to eat? So had them over, and one of those neighbors booked a party for me. And I went and did her show, and she had about 9 people there, and 5 of those people booked parties for me. 5 people that I didn't really know booked parties for me. And I can honestly say that was the start of my business, because those 5 turned into more. I went and did each of these 5 parties, and I got bookings from them, you know, and so it really just helped jumpstart my business. If I ever want to get some more bookings in my calendar, I'll have my own show. I'll just have some people over, you know, people that I know, show them the products and get bookings from that, you know, do it that way. That has always helped me kind of get going, you know, if I'm needing some more bookings on my calendar or whatever. So neighbors can be a good thing, even if you don't even know them very well, you know. So K is kids, okay? People that you know because of your kids, okay? Whether that be sports, you know, soccer practices. A couple of the soccer moms have had shows for me, you know, dance, or, you know, whatever your kids are involved in at the school, teachers, okay? Whatever, you know, or, because Shanna, how old did you say your kids were?
They're senior, freshman, and first grade.
Okay, so your first grader is still in elementary school. So just people that you know because you are with your children, okay? So that seems to help a lot too. So just think through kind of people going to the doctor's office, going to the dentist, you know, just anyone that you know because of your kids, okay? So I want you to just sit down and brainstorm some people that you can think of. Oh, yeah, this teacher may, or they're on the PTA. I see them sometimes. Or maybe it's not even your friend. Maybe it's your friend's friend. Every time you go to so-and-so's house, their friend is there, and you know they love to cook. You know, I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be even a direct person in one of these categories. Maybe it can be a friend of a friend or a friend of a neighbor, you know, whatever. And then S is spouse. Okay, people you know because of your spouse. Don't ever write off men. Okay, because in a lot of families, men are the ones that cook. They're the ones that need the kitchen tools. I was just at a party this last week on Thursday. The husband wasn't there. He was still at work. He comes in. The wife was like, yeah, that's okay. Yeah. Her husband came in and he was ecstatic. Everything that she was kind of like, don't know what I do that, you know, he was like, yes, we need one of these in our house. I love this. You know, like I was like, why was he not the one here? You know, he's the one that cooks, you know? So a lot of times people, their spouses are the ones that cook. Okay. Couples parties are a lot of fun, because guys with kitchen gadgets in the kitchen, it's quite, you know, it's pretty funny to watch them be so excited about kitchen gadgets, especially if they like to cook. So thinking about, you know, couples parties or people, you know, that your husband works with that you're like, well, they really like to cook, or they could use some grill tools or whatever it is, you know, because we have stuff that guys can use as well. So if you look at that, okay, it's the 6 different categories. If you come up with 3 in each category, and then you're going to come up with 18 names. Okay. Now, what I want you to do with those 18 names is I want you to put them in order from 1 being the one that you think, yes, this person, I think that they're pretty most likely to book a show for me. Okay. Down to 10 of, I'm not sure these people are going to book a show. Okay, but we're going to give it a shot. We're going to see if they want to. Okay, so of those 18, I want you to write them from 1 to 10, and I want you to contact the 10s first, the 9 first, the 8 first. I want you to go backwards from what you would typically do. Typically, we would start with number 1 because that's the easiest person to contact. But when you start with those that you think might not, they might possibly, but they may not, then you get those out of the way first. And by the time you get to number 1, you are golden, okay? Because something that you'll have to learn in this business, and this happens with everyone, is of those 18, about 1/3 of them are going to say no, okay? So, or 2/3 of them actually are going to say no, okay? So about 6 of those 18 are going to say, yes, I'm going to have a party for you. Okay, it may be a little bit higher with virtual versus cooking, because sometimes with cooking you're looking at, oh, my house is smaller, oh, I don't want to clean, or you know, that kind of stuff. With virtual, they don't necessarily have those excuses. Okay, so so maybe a little better odds than with if you're talking to them about cooking shows. Okay, but expect no's. Okay, no's happen in this business. Not right now's happen in this business. Okay, so just know that if you get some no's, don't feel like, oh gosh, I told you I wasn't a salesperson. You know, because that's not the case. We all hear no. Okay, it's just the nature of this business, and don't feel like they're saying no to you. They may be saying no to a circumstance. Okay, but what I have found is that this wording has completely helped me in making better, you know, having more people say yes. Okay. If I say to them, I thought about you because, okay. So whether you're reaching out to them by phone, by message, whatever, I thought about you because I always try to say, I know you're so busy, because a lot of times what is going to be the first thing they come back with you at? I'm just so busy right now. So if I say that first thing, they're not going to come back with me and say, I already stated that fact. So they're not going to come back and say, well, I'm so busy. I already put that in there. So I know you're so busy, but I thought about you because you have, you know, kids and you're running everywhere. And I thought, you know, if I could get, you know, some friends together or, you know, have them do a one-pot meal outline on, you know, virtually, that will help them come up with some great meals for their family to make in the evenings that are quick and easy. Okay. So when you say, I thought about you because, they are more likely to say, okay, yeah, you know, I could do that. And instead of put up oh, she wants me to do a party for her. Because when I started doing shows and I started reaching out to people, you know, I would say, oh, I need to have, she told me that I needed to have, 6 to 8 shows this month and I just really need them. Would you please do this party for me? Well, all of a sudden it's about you. It's not about them. It's about you. Okay. But if you can make it about them and say, I thought about you because I know you love to cook. I thought about you because I know you don't like to cook and you could use some tools that would make it easier in your kitchen. Okay. So whatever the reason, if you're looking at these people, whatever this Frank's list that you did, why you thought about them, that's what you're going to tell them. I thought about you because of this reason. Okay. And so that will make it a lot easier. So what I'm going to have Raven do, this is Sunday, so I'm going to have her by Tuesday or Wednesday. Rachel, when do you get back into town? I think she may be talking. Rachel, are you still there?
Oh, yes.
When do you get back into town?
On Tuesday.
On Tuesday. So maybe Raven with her on Wednesday or so, since she's going to be coming back and stuff. But take a couple days and start reaching out to people. Okay? Holidays are coming up. People are going to, okay, in the special this month, do you guys know what the hosting special is for this month?
60% off any item?
Any item. Any one item. Okay, so like last month, it was just 4 different things. Whatever one you wanted, you can get that at 60% off. Okay, well, that's not the case this month. It is any one item in the catalog. Okay, so if you have people that would like that knife block set, if you have people that would like the rock crock, whatever item you're like, oh, pots and pans, so-and-so could really use a new nice pot and pan set. Okay, imagine getting a pot and pan set at 60% off and having a lifetime warranty on it. Okay, where they don't ever have to buy another set again. Okay, so so be sure that you're letting people know any item in the catalog is 60% off. Okay, and that could be a $200 show or a $2,000 show. They still get any one item at 60% off. Plus they get their half price. Plus they get their free. Okay, so when you guys are excited, and even if you say, what item in the catalog, if you could pick any item in the catalog at 60% off, what item would that be? So it's a great thing to throw out there and see what people would say, and then contact those people and say, hey, you can get it. You can get it 60% off. There is Raven, did you see that, the green dot message that I put out a few days ago? Oh, she's on mute.
I don't think so. Sorry if you hear my dogs. They're on crack this morning, running around my house. So that's why I got myself muted.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I will try to find that green dot post, and I'll tag both of you in it, because basically do you guys know what green dotting is when I say that?
No.
Okay, what green dotting is if you go on Facebook and the people that have a green dot next to their name are the people that are currently on right now. Okay, so basically what you do is you go on and you click on them and you message them because they're on right now. And you just message as many people in the green dot that you can that are on right now. Okay, and you send them the message that I'll tag you guys in. You just send that to the person. Now, it's best to make it a little more personal, like I thought about you because whatever reason it is. Okay, but if you don't know them real well, then you can just use kind of the generic one. Okay, so sending that out, and you don't wait for responses. Send, 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 and then get on a different time of the day. Look who else is on there that you haven't sent it to. Send, 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 send. Okay, so it is a great way just to kind of get some initial bookings. But I would definitely start with the people that you know the most, and then you can always use green dotting if you're wanting additional. Okay, so like I said, if you can have 6 to 8 shows, okay, then you're going to guarantee that you hit that 1250 and get that knife and the knife blocks. Okay, plus you're going to guarantee that you're going to get PC bucks from the very start. Okay, so that is kind of my goal for you guys this month. Pick a date on your calendar and start 6 shows. Okay. Maybe one of those is pick a date and figure out a time to have some friends over to your house and just show them some of the products, let them look through the catalog. And you don't even necessarily have to do a full demo. Just have an appetizer ready, where they come over and, show them the catalog and some of the stuff. And that way, you can get you can let people know, hey, I'm doing Pampered Chef now. Okay. Hosting your own party virtually. I don't know if, since both of you just did one with Raven, if you want to do your own right now. That's why I would suggest maybe doing an in-home one right now and then booking other virtual ones. Now, did any of you get bookings off of your parties already?
Yes.
Yes. Rachel, did you?
I've got, I think 4 bookings and working on a 5th one. So.
Woo, woo. Awesome. Okay, so take those bookings, figure them out, and start them as soon as possible. Okay, because I will tell you, I don't know how cancellations happen virtually, because it's like I literally have ran parties in the hospital before, so I'm like, I don't know, but they happen. Sometimes people need to change dates, but if you have a stacked calendar, if someone has to reschedule for November, you're not like, oh, I really needed that show. You have some extra. Okay. So that's why it's always better to overbook yourself in case some have to move around, in case some cancel, in case some don't qualify. Okay. Because we're going to give you every best tip that we know, but I will tell you, sometimes hosts, they don't listen to you. I'm sure both of you are fantastic hosts, but some hosts that we have, you're like, hey, I need you to do this and this, and then they just don't do it. And that may be why the show is not successful. So overstack your calendar in case you have some that aren't high sales, or maybe they don't qualify. Okay. That's, that happens sometimes virtually. Okay. Typically the average for a cooking show is going to be anywhere from $500 to $600. Okay. You basically sometimes have to do 2 virtual parties for every cooking show. It's kind of how it is, just because when people see the product in person, sometimes they buy more a lot of times. Okay. That's why on my virtual parties, I try to do more videos, because it seems like it's a little more me there showing the products kind of thing. But just know to overbook your calendar and just don't feel like a failure if a show doesn't qualify, because it happens. It's happened to me several times. Okay. And a lot of times it's because my host was not involved. Okay. So if you can get your hosts involved and you can give them something every day to post in their parties, because you'll be amazed when you post something and see how many people have seen it versus when your host posts something and how many people see it. It goes up huge. So if you can give them one thing, and we have, if you guys look on our Team PC Hotshot page in the pin post, okay, there's the outline there. There is what your hosts can post in the virtual parties. So I give my hosts one thing a day, and you can message them and say, could you post this in your party today? One thing. Okay. And that is why I think that host coaching is really important. Okay. Because host coaching is basically kind of where I look at where I make my money, and my show is where I pick it up. Because if I have had one conversation, even with my virtual hosts, okay, if you can have one phone conversation that says, hey, I'm going to send you one thing a day to post in your parties. If you could be liking the post, interact, I want you to invite between 150 to 200 people, all those kind of things. If you can tell them that on the phone, and it only has to be about a 5-minute conversation, not a long conversation. But I touch base with all of my virtual hosts one time by phone just to tell them what I need from them from the party. Okay, because they just seem to go better. The host is more excited because, I find out, what do you want? What is on your wish list? What are you really hoping to get? Okay. There is a, Raven. I know she's on mute.
Sorry. Yes, ma'am.
Once you guys have your calendar booked, that's the first key. Okay. So don't get so overwhelmed with everything else right now. Okay. But the first thing is going to be booking your calendar. Okay. You know the Crushing It Virtually that we did? Have I sent you that link yet?
No.
Okay. Where I want you guys, since you guys are both primarily virtual, some of the executives and the top people that do virtual parties, we put together an outline of, you need bookings. I was on the bookings day, so you're going to see me doing the bookings. Okay. Bookings. Here's what you can do. Okay. And it has a list of stuff just to do in your booking. Host coaching. You know, there's a video that you can watch of her actually doing a host coaching call with her host. And right underneath of it is the outline of what she fills out while she's doing this host coaching call. Okay, so you can just print that out. You can watch her do it, and then you can do your own. Okay, so I'm going to send this Crushing It Virtually to Raven, and then she can send it to you guys. And you can start going through that, because this is the best information that you guys can have on making your virtual party successful. If you can go through this stuff, you are learning from the best of the best in each of these areas, and you are getting the best information you can in order. I know that Raven, she did that Crushing It Virtually while we were actually doing it. It's got good information on it, doesn't it, Raven? It's really good stuff. So out of everything, I feel like that's going to give you guys the best kickoff to how to make your virtual party successful. Okay, so I'll have her send that to you, and you guys can go kind of through that. I'll also send her a couple other things to send you guys, as far as making sure that you set up things like direct deposit and your I just went blank with the name, order payment account. Okay, so direct deposit, we get paid 2 times a month, and that is on the 7th and the 21st. Okay, now any shows that you submit the 1st through the 15th go on the 21st. Any shows that you submit the 16th through the end of the month, you get paid on the 7th. Okay, so if you sign up for direct deposit, they directly deposit it 2 times a month. If you don't have direct deposit, they mail you a check once a month. Okay, so getting direct deposit done as soon as possible is going to help you get paychecks sooner. Okay, so there's just a couple of things that I'll have her send over to you, like a video on how to set up your direct deposit, you know, and some of that stuff that you guys can start with. So, and just know we are here for you as a team. Okay, we have a very good, very supportive team, and so know that we are here for you, and just take it little by little. Okay, the first thing that you guys want to do is get those bookings, because running the virtual parties don't matter if you don't have the bookings to run the virtual parties. Okay, so take the next couple days and really get your calendar where you want it, and then, you know, start really watching some of these trainings and stuff. So I think the best thing, like I said, virtually, since I know that's what you both want to do, is going to be this Crushing It Virtually thing first. Okay, and that's what I've been sending all of my new consultants, just to help with that. Do you guys have any questions? I know it's a lot of information. Trust me, I remember starting, and I remember feeling like my head was going to explode off my body. It's normal. It goes away. I promise. I promise it goes away. But take it in steps. Okay, don't get on the website. Okay, I do want you guys. Have you guys checked out the new consultants PC University yet?
I haven't yet.
Okay, PC University is like what you guys need to narrow yourself to right now. Because I got on the website and I was just like, what's this? And what's this? What's this? And I was like, I don't even know where I went, and I don't even know what this information was. But PC University, you can start with bookings, because that's what you guys are doing right now. You can start with the bookings. Then you can go to host coaching, and you can watch some of those videos, you know, and go through some of that stuff. But don't do too much at once where you feel like your brain's going to pop. Okay, so just take it in stride. First, getting the shows. Once the shows are on your calendar, then we can help you with making them the best that they can be. Okay, with the tips and the tricks and stuff like that. Shanna, let me know if you want to do an in-home kind of kick-off, invite some friends over kind of stuff. I can look at doing that with you. And let us know any other questions that you come up. Raven is great. I know that Raven, you guys signed up under an amazing person. And so she is very helpful, and she will be helpful with you guys. And if for some reason she's working or can't get right to you, I'm always here as well. So, and if you post a question on our team page, most likely within like 2 minutes, someone's going to respond to you. So there's a lot of people on there. So do you guys have any other questions that you can think of? Anything? No. Okay. All right. So I'm going to send Raven a couple things because I want her to have it, for future reference too. I'm going to send her a couple things for her to send over to you guys. And that's a great place for you to start so you don't get just overwhelmed with everything else in between. So by Tuesday, Wednesday, I'll have her follow back up with you guys about, okay, where are your calendars? Were you able to book? Going forward, when are we going to start these shows and get things going? So. Well, you're the one that came up here. Don't tell me to stop. You want to say hi?
Hi, buddy.
Hi.
Hi. This is my 3-year-old. You going to say hi to him? All right, ladies. Well, thank you. Shana, if you get a chance to come tonight, I would love to meet you. And then Rachel, hopefully maybe at some point we'll get to meet you as well.
Yes, I looked it up, and she's about the same driving distance as I am. So
Gotcha.
maybe we could meet up and drive together sometime. I think that would be really awesome.
That would be great.
Okay.
That would be absolutely great. All righty. Well, thank you, ladies, so much for getting up at 8:30 on your Sunday morning. Rachel, what time is it there?
It was 6:30 when I
Oh, girl.
we're 2 hours behind.
Oh, I was hoping it was
But-
ahead, but it's behind.
But I mean, I'm used to getting up by at least 7 or 8 our time down there. So
Oh, but still, it's Sunday. Well, thank you so much. I really do appreciate both of you, and welcome to our team. Like I said, just remember, anything is possible. Anything is possible, and I am proof of that. So, you guys, the sky's the limit with how much you want from this business. So just go for it. Write your goals. Discuss them with your spouse. That's kind of what I did. Is I just went over, how much would you like for me to make? How much, what could help our family? And really sat down with my husband and just went for it. I have his 100% support, and I take him on trips. So, but he's very, very supportive of my business. So, all right. Well, good luck to you guys, and we will, I'm sure, be talking soon. So,
Thank you.
Thank you.
thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
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 Really need to cut my watch.